Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV here with Luc Rennie making the start in Joliet on Wednesday. It's going to be an interesting challenge for you because it's an early game at 10:05, right?
Yeah, those early games are tough. It's interesting, especially with a night game the night before. You got to get back to the hotel and get to sleep as soon as you can, which is usually not the easiest thing to do. And then me, for myself, I have to get up around. I'll get up around 6 just to get my mind going, my body going. Because if you're not ready to go by 10 o'clock, it's really tough to get going. It's nice because a lot of times the opposing hitters are kind of sleeping, but that means you have to be ready because you can't come out sleeping. That just doesn't work.
How cool of a thing was it for you? Your last and actually your only other start of the year was opening night at Bossy Field. How cool was that, knowing the history of the ballpark, to be an opening night starter?
Oh, it's really cool. I mean, every year I come back to Bossy, I come in through the tunnel and I look at the field, and it kind of gives you this cool vibe, this cool feeling, because I don't know, the grandstand's there's something special about this place. It's got a cool, interesting experience that goes along with it, and having that be my first opening day I've ever pitched in front of a good crowd. I don't know, I had some adrenaline, some jitters, but it was great. It was all awesome energy.
For people who are unaware of your routine, how does a starting pitcher kind of approach their week in between starts?
I mean, I could be here all day talking about my routine, but I'm very routine oriented. I've got my set schedule for the day after I pitch, the following day, the day before, and then the day that I pitch. And during these long seasons with the routines that I have, it's the only way you can keep yourself sane and get yourself ready to pitch every 5 days. Because if you don't have some kind of routine to help you recover and maintain your strength and your velocity, a 96 game season and 15, 16 starts, it can really get tough at the end if you're not staying on top of yourself. And so I do my best to stay on top of myself the whole time and stick to a routine, because that also just helps my mental aspect of it too.
What can you take away from your opening night start against Washington and use in the game against Joliet on Wednesday?
I felt great all 5 innings. Maybe a few missed pitches here, some strategy here and there where I mixed it up. I kind of learned how I can pitch. I mean, I know how I can pitch, but obviously you go out and you test the waters with some new stuff in your first start. You realize what works, what doesn't. And my 3rd inning was a little rough, gave up some runs, but that was huge because I know what I did wrong, and I can build off that and stick to the pitches I know I can make and in what counts I can throw them and how to attack hitters. And it was huge for me mentally.
Yeah, and the key was the game was still manageable, and the Otters have enough firepower, at least early on, that they were able to give some support.
Absolutely, and my job is just to give us a chance to win. Yeah. If I go out there and I put us in an opportunity, or put us in a spot where we're down and we have no momentum because of a big inning or something like that, that's on me. And it's my game. Like, as a starting pitcher, I take pride in that. And I know it gears from spring training where you have a set amount of innings you're going to throw, and you got to go start line to finish line. But during the season, it's competing. You have a game to win, and as a starting pitcher, a lot of that goes on your shoulders, and that's part of why I love starting pitching. The game is kind of on you. You set the tone, and how you do determines how you win 90% of the time, or lose for that matter. Yeah.
He's Luc Rennie, and I'm Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV.